Hello, welcome. My name is Cheri Canon. I am the Chair of Radiology at UAB, and I have been at UAB for almost 26 years. I originally came from Texas to come here for residency as a trainee, and have been chair for just about 11 years. I currently serve as the president of the Societies of Chairs in Academic Radiology Departments. Probably more important for you is I serve on the Board of Governors for the American Board of Radiology, and perhaps even more important is I was a program director for 7 years, so education is, I think, one of the most important things that we do. We're thrilled that you're going to be visiting us. We can't wait to meet you and learn more about you, and even though it's a little bit different season this year, I think it's going to be fun and exciting.
So what would you say makes UAB Radiology unique?
I think it's the camaraderie. I think when you go into the reading rooms, when you talk to the radiologists, the residents, everyone, it's the feeling of friendship and camaraderie and pulling together as a team. And when I was a resident, I actually felt this as well, and it's been here for all these years, and so I think that does set us apart. You know, we talk about equipment, we talk about exams, we talk about patients, but the reality is when you look at really the top radiology training programs, those things are all fairly similar. It's really the culture of the department that sets departments apart, and it's the people that create that culture, and ours is unique. So when talking about volume of studies, types of patients, disease populations, etc., UAB is unique in several respects. One, just the sheer volume. And some may not think that's good. It's a place where people work hard. But because of that volume and the subspecialty expertise of our attendings, which covers all of the subspecialties in radiology, the exposure for our trainees is remarkable. You see everything in your 4 years in our program. You don't leave here with a gap in knowledge content. Unfortunately, Alabama is number one in many of the diseases out there: stroke, cancer, cardiovascular disease. It's unfortunate for our patient population, but it is a wonderful opportunity for our trainees to really work in these populations. Birmingham is unique, and Birmingham has really changed. I learned about 10 years after being here. My wonderful husband shared with me when I came home excited after match day and found that I had matched here. He was horrified. He was a Louisiana boy, didn't know anything about Alabama, and had probably secretly hoped that I wouldn't get my first choice, but he kept that to himself, and the reason he shared that after all those years was in a conversation about how much we love Birmingham, and we now have moved downtown and are now urban dwellers, and Birmingham has a lot to offer. The camaraderie I see in UAB, I actually see in Birmingham, and have really seen in recent COVID times. So much to offer with restaurants. We're foodies. I'm not a cook, and so we eat most meals out, and that's probably one of the things that's really changed in the last decade. The restaurant scene has exploded, and now you walk downtown and can visit all sorts of interesting bars and restaurants, and it's just a very vibrant social scene, which I think makes a town young, and people like that. So it's been a fun place to live. It's an easy place to live. Cost of living here is really low, and it's a good place to raise a family. I'm really proud of our resident curriculum. All residencies provide training in imaging interpretation, and I think we do a great job with that. But we really have a broad curriculum: leadership development, some business training, diversity, inclusion, and we're very intentional with this curriculum. While some of it comes across in mentoring during the daily workday, we actually have lectures and seminars based in these areas, and I'm very proud of that. That's a personal goal of mine, is to really engage are developing leaders, and I feel that every physician and every radiologist in particular is a leader in some respects, and they will be going into practices, whether academic or private, where their leadership will be needed. And unlike during my generation where we were kind of thrown in there to learn on the job, we want to be more intentional in developing our leaders so they will have a better informed skill set and maybe perhaps open their eyes to leadership opportunities, because I think we need to embrace those. Something else I'm very proud of is our faculty radiologists are remarkable. They have always been. What has changed over the years, when I first started, we had about 26 faculty members. We now have over 109 faculty members. So it has grown, yet the mission of education has remained forefront, and our faculty love to teach. And it's fulfilling to walk through the reading rooms and seeing this one-on-one mentoring, not just teaching a resident how to interpret an image, but also sharing with them life's lessons and how to be a good physician, and that's important. I also want to recognize Jessica Zarzer, our program director. She's done a remarkable job with the residency program. She is able to achieve a balance of really driving the residents to learn and challenging them, but also looking at their lives in a holistic manner, realizing that we are at risk for burnout, particularly as radiologists, and particularly during times of COVID. And I think Dr. Zarzer has taken great strides in assuring that our residents are able to live a balanced life. But again, it's not because she makes it easy. She challenges everyone, but she understands we have lives, we have families, and being a good physician, and great part is being an emotionally and mentally healthy physician.